Scott, after Monday's terrific victory, we're back on the road again as we travel to Mansfield. Can I get your thoughts ahead of that game?
Yeah, obviously a very, very tough game against a very, very good side. I think they're second in the league. They're second in the league for a reason. They've got some fantastic players at this level of football, and we know it's going to be a challenging game. But you know, we're also in a good place. We're playing well. We're hitting form at the moment, and obviously picking some, you know, really valuable points up. So yeah, it's a game we're looking forward to. You know, we've been good away from home as well. So yeah, let's see how it unfolds.
Yeah, as you say, plenty to be positive about. Obviously, I'm sure the confidence is sky high after a 4-0 victory and a clean sheet. So, you know, the vibe around the camp must be pretty good at the moment.
It is, yeah. No, we've come in this morning, we've trained this morning, and the mood in the camp's very bubbly and bouncy. You know, we debriefed the game from Monday, and you know, showed a lot of positive actions in which we played. So now listen, we're in a good place at the moment. So long may that continue.
Yeah, it's something that we don't speak about too often, but we're probably going to go from one of the nicest pitches in the league on Monday to perhaps, you know, not one of the worst. That would be harsh, but you know, Mansfield had their game called off, you know, on the Monday. So does that affect the way that you prepare for a game at all, or is it sort of just same old and you sort of have to deal with the conditions when you get there?
No, none whatsoever. We don't change from what we want to do and how we want to play. You know, I'm the type of coach that no matter what pitch we play on, we will always do what we've been doing all season. And I remember, you know, quite a few years back playing probably some of the best football that I've ever coached at Forest Green, playing at Newport's ground actually, when they had a game of rugby on it the night before, and we were very good that day. So I think sometimes it can be an excuse for people, but we won't be certainly using it as an excuse. We're going to go there and set our team up and play the way we've been playing.
Yeah, we've had lots of games, and we've obviously got lots more games coming up as well in quick succession. Is there sort of any temptation to make any sort of, you know, necessary changes, or is it always hard, I suppose, after a 4-0 victory, and so you won't want to change much at all?
Well, I think the distance between the two games is key as well. You know, obviously we played Monday and then we got Saturday, so it's almost not far off a full week really. So the players will be recovered and ready to go again. So you know, we have to assess one or two still. So we still haven't kind of nailed our team yet, but come tomorrow we will be. Obviously we're going to train here tomorrow and then travel, so it'll be all organised and done by then.
Yeah, we've got, well, it seems like only a handful of games to go now, and we speak a lot about, as I've already said, the confidence in the group. How important is it that the players channel that into these, you know, next few games, especially when a lot of them are going to be away from home and very hard, because we're playing a lot of people around us, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, but we're good away from home, so we're not bothered about that, and we've been good here as well. You know, so we'll take whatever it is. But yeah, we're just going to keep chipping away at each game, and hopefully it'll be enough by the end of the season to get us into where we want to be. So, but yeah, listen, boys are really focused on it, and we look forward to the rest of these games, because you know, they're all big games for us now, and there's nothing better than a footballer or a manager to play in big games that mean something. So no, we're really focused and looking forward to it.
In recent sort of years, Paul, we've always looked at sort of the striker as being the main person who's relied on scoring the goals. It seems this season that we haven't had to rely on that at all. Obviously Dan's done excellently, and he's, you know, up to 18 for the season, but especially on Monday we saw, you know, players from all around the pitch, 2 centre-backs on the score sheet. How much importance has that had on the season for you so far, knowing that you can rely on, you know, lots of players to get on the score sheet for you?
Yeah, really important. I think that we've spent a lot of time actually on the training ground on set pieces, which has been important. You know, credit's got to go to the coaching staff on that. They do a hell of a lot of work. You know, looking at the opposition where they see spaces where we can kind of hurt them, and so a lot of credit's got to go to the staff on that. But yeah, we've got players certainly at the top end of the pitch as well on open play, where we're capable of scoring goals. You know, I think you've seen Jeremy score, and Darcy scored a couple, if not maybe more, this season. So we probably want more from them, and the wide players as well. You know, Nick scored a few as well, and maybe need a bit more from Kellen. You know, so but no, everybody's sort of like chipped in with that. So I've been really pleased.
Yeah, I want to talk about those two. The wing backs are a position that we've seen change, quite a lot over the season. It seems that different wing backs have been hitting different patches of form at different times. I can imagine it's pleasing for you, but then also is it, getting hard to sort of select who starts there? Obviously Harry was a forced one at the weekend, but in this running, it must be pretty tricky for you to be able to pick two.
No, it becomes easy. Really, it actually comes easier when they're playing well because they're the ones you go with. Like Harry Forster at form and stayed in the side, and I believe that was the right thing to do. He was just playing so well. He was arguably our best player in pretty much all them games, so he kept his spot. And then, Nick was really patient and kept coming on the pitch and doing well for us still. And then obviously Harry's found a little bit of an injury now, so Nick's come on the pitch and was outstanding on Saturday. So now it's his turn. It's kind of easy really in many ways. Addy obviously played in the game here against Doncaster and had a quieter game. And then Kellen comes on the pitch on Saturday again, and again has a good game. So I think it's relatively easy. The ones who do the best end up probably having more minutes.
The fans have been terrific away from home all season. They were absolutely brilliant. On Monday, obviously it helped that it was bank holiday. They were able to take a few more than we normally would, but even then we've seen increased ticket sales for these next two games, which it could be big in terms of the course of our season. So as always, the message is stay behind us, and hopefully we're going to give you moments like Monday from now until the end of the season, whatever that may be.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, the fans have been outstanding all season. From the first game here against Bradford to now, they've been brilliant, and there's a lot of them spend a lot of money getting up and down the motorways. It's not cheap now to travel, and we certainly appreciate it. But yeah, we've enjoyed their support, and I'm sure they've enjoyed the football. But yeah, enjoy these remaining games, because it's great when we get to this part of the season with 5, 6, 7 games to go, or whatever it is. And we're still talking about potentially being in the playoffs. I think it's great, and we've got loads to play for, and the fans should enjoy that and embrace it. Like we are. It's fantastic.
Scott, Monday was your 9th away win of the season. You were asked afterwards what it's down to, and you just said we're simply a better side than we were last year. But it's the first time since the first 2 seasons Crawley came into the Football League that they've won more than 8 games. So it can't just be the fact that they're a good side. Is there something else that has gone into that?
No, I think as staff we prepare properly. We're big on making sure that the hotel's the right amount of distance from the stadium. We're big on what the hotel's got to offer in terms of meeting rooms and things like that. Our preparation is really key. We make sure that we do set piece meetings. We make sure that we do the meeting for the whole team just before we leave. We make sure that all the stuff we do in the background is nailed bang on, and I think we've certainly got that balance right this season. It's felt professional. It's felt like we've got it right. When we go to away games and we arrive at the stadiums, we as staff feel that we've done everything possible in order for us to be prepared, and I think the players probably feel that as well, because they know how much hard work goes in behind the scenes and how much detail that we go through. So yeah, again, credit's got to go to the staff again, in terms of making sure that everything's spot on. We've travelled and trained a lot of the away games, so we've trained at a location en route, which I think's worked. And I just think that we've got kind of the preparation right. Listen, the lads have got to do it as well. I know no matter how much work and effort you put in as a staff, the lads have still got to cross that line and do it, and the boys have been brilliant. They've really taken on board the information in real detail and executed it fantastically well, in my opinion. And I think that they're enjoying the season. I think they're enjoying it, and I think it's almost like they can't wait for the next game always.
Yeah, and in addition to that, Monday was the 19th league win of the season, also the best performance since Crawley first came into that first season when they got promoted.
I'm breaking some records there, aren't
and also the most amount of goals since that first season in the Football League as well. That must make you feel incredibly proud of what you've achieved.
Yeah, it does, but I think that this can be done. I think that with this group we can do more. We can do a lot more. I look back at not that I want to go negative here, because I don't, but I look back at some of the points we've dropped. I think we could have done a lot more than we have done. But it is football. We're not going to win every time we cross that white line, but we always try to. And I think that we've built a real winning mentality here. I think the players can feel that from me, that I don't accept coming second, I don't accept drawing, I want to win. And of course football is a low scoring sport, and there's going to be times when we don't get it right, and there's going to be times when we lose, there's going to be times when we drop points. But the standards we've set here have been through the roof, and I will continue doing that.
Those two questions have led up to this question. The Manager of the Year nominations were announced for the EFL Awards. You're not in it. I was shocked that you weren't in it.
What, already? What?
Yeah, so it's so Nigel Clough, Lee Bell and Mike Williamson are the three nominated managers. You've missed out. Obviously you didn't clearly know that. Is that a disappointment? Does that bother you? Do you think you should have been there?
No, first I'd like to congratulate the three that have got in there, and all three of them deserve that, by the way. They've been brilliant, and fair play to them. But no, I think it's probably not for me to say. I think, and also I think it's quite early for him to call that. We're some teams have got 8-9 games left.
A lot can change.
And a lot can change, and also a lot of teams that you don't expect can probably still get promoted, right? So maybe it's an early call. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But no, look, listen, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. And looking at the squad, Harry Forster, is that a long-term thing or?
No, not a long-term at all. He actually joined in training today, but didn't finish the training session. So we're kind of dipping him in and out at the moment. We're hopeful that he could be included in the squad by the weekend, if not Tuesday.
And Dion Conway, how did he come through his first game since Harrogate?
Yeah, I thought he did really well. I thought he was outstanding in the game. I thought he showed a real calmness, and when we got to 3-0, we kind of thought that we needed to bring him off just to save his legs a little bit more than anything. But yeah, he's come through it unscathed, so yeah, he's ready to go again. And
it must be good with him coming back, and now Liam Kelly's obviously made a couple of appearances. Must be really good for the final run in for the season.
Of course it is, yeah, and we've looked at it and not wanted to put Liam on too soon, simply because we don't want to lose him for this run in. We didn't want to give him kind of big minutes against Doncaster, and we didn't really want to give him loads of minutes against Newport, because we know, or we certainly, it was a risk in terms of if he ends up coming on and then we lose him for the remainder of the season, that would be a big miss. So we've been really careful with that one, but now we've got Saturday, Tuesday. You're definitely going to see more of him.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks.
Thank you.